Welcome back, everybody. Today we're going to be going through lesson 2 and how you learn to strike the ball as a beginning golfer. But first, I just want to go over a little review on what we did last time with the shift and turn. So this is something that you can start incorporating into your warm-up, okay? So remember, you take out mid-sized club. I like to use the heavy-weighted stick because it gives me a little bit more muscular control, but you can use a club, no problem there. So what we do is we throw forward and then we shift and turn, shift and turn, shift and turn, shift and turn, and just start building a rhythm out of that and start building balance and coordination during your swing so you can start moving better through the ball, okay? Super simple drill. Use that in your warm-up and in your practice routine, and you're going to start building that nice rhythm into your golf swing. So in today's lesson, what we're going to be doing is I'm going to show you what you need to do with the club in order to strike the ball solid, okay? So we're going to be going through one major drill that's going to start building a little bit of coordination into your swing when you start hitting the ball. It's important to remember that as a beginning player, you're not going to be striking it perfectly every single time or even the majority of the time. This takes months of work, 1, 2, 3 months before you start hitting it pretty decent, and then from there you'll make little small incremental improvements over time until you get into about a year where you can start hitting the ball more automatic and more flush, okay? So the key principle when the ball is on the ground is you have to make sure that you hit the ball first, okay? You can't hit behind the ball a large amount. You have to make sure that you hit the ball first and you're hitting down on the ball, so there's going to be a little divot after the ball. You're going to take a little chunk of turf out of the ground, and that's how you hit the ball nice and solid, okay? You don't really want to hit the ball super behind it because the club's just going to stick into the ground, and then you're going to come out of it and the ball's just going to plop right in front of you. You really want to focus in on hitting the ball first while you're hitting down on it with a little divot after the ball. Looks something like this. I line up, I have the ball in good position in my stance, and I'm trying to hit a divot after the golf ball. Okay, and that was absolutely perfect. The divot is right after the ball, so that's what you're trying to do when the ball is on the ground, and this is with each and every club in your bag whenever you have the ball on the ground, which is the majority of the time while you're playing the game, okay? You're only teeing it up off the tee. You have driver on, it depends on the course, but you have driver for a little bit or a majority of the holes, and then you have your par 3s where you're usually teeing it up on the par 3s. Every other shot is off the ground. So this is a critical skill that you have to develop. And if you do, you're going to start getting better and better over time. So the drill that we're going to be implementing today in order for you to start striking the ball more solid is a slow motion drill where you build yourself up in your swing speed incrementally all the way up until a full swing, okay? So what I like to do with this drill is I like to usually line up 10 balls, and I'll start at 10% and work my way up 10% at a time all the way up to 100% when I get to the 10th ball. So for this one, I'm going to use 5 balls and I'm going to do 20%, okay? Because I want to make this a little bit quicker for you guys. So what we're going to do is I'm going to start swinging at 20% swing speed through this ball, really focusing on hitting the ball first and taking a divot after the ball by striking down on it, okay? So it looks something like this. 20%. Ball first, hitting down with a little divot after. Okay, there you go. Divots perfectly in front of the ball. The next one, I'm going to go to 40%. Line up. It's going to be a little bit quicker. And that went a little bit further. You can see the divot is right in front of where the ball was. This one's going to be 60%. We're going to try and hit it a little bit harder. Ball first, hitting down, divot in front of the ball. And there you go, that went a little bit further. What you'll notice is the ball will go a little bit further each and every time. This one's gonna be 80%. Focusing in on hitting the ball first and divot after, 80%. And there you go. And that's much further. Really good. Divots in front of the ball. And then this one's gonna be a nice, full, smooth, rhythmic golf swing, 100%. Ball first, divot after. And there you go. And one went straight down the tube, divot perfectly in front of the ball. So that's it, guys. We're really trying to focus on hitting down on the golf ball whenever the ball's on the ground, whether that's your pitching wedge or your 3-wood, and then making sure that that divot is after the ball. If the divot is before the ball, then you're really gonna struggle to make solid contact. So I'm gonna give you guys a nice visual here. You guys can really pay attention and see where the divot is after I strike the ball, okay? We're gonna hit 3 shots. Just pay attention to where the divot is and notice where the balls are initially before I hit them, okay? So here we go. We're gonna start with the first one. Hitting down, divot after the ball. Perfect. Do it again. Hitting down, divot after the ball. Perfect. And one more. Hitting down, divot after the ball. That was the best one. There you go. Those are all really good. So pay attention to where the divots are. All the balls were lying right here, and the divots are after the ball. Another concept that I like to use with beginning golfers in order to get them to start hitting the ball more flush is I like them to start hitting the ball just with half shots, okay? They're really struggling with the coordination in the full swing when you take the club right to the top of the swing a lot of the time. So what I like to do is I just like to get beginning players hitting half shots just above the 9 and just above the 3, going nice and slow, using your rhythm and just focusing in on going slow and hitting the ball first, hitting down on it with a little divot in front, and just go nice and slow. See that one, you can see I just hit a little bit thin. It came off pretty good, but you want to hit down on it a little bit more. You want to get that divot or that divot in front of the ball. So let's try that again. Nice and slow. Keep it smooth, keep it rhythmic. There you go, that was a little bit better. Little tiny divot in front like that. So just half shots like this, guys, can really help you build that coordination and the pattern of hitting the ball flush into your golf swing. Something I do a lot with beginning players. And that one was a little bit fat. So let's do one more, just to correct that. Ball first, divot after the ball, nice little smooth half swing. There you go. And I'll get my beginning players to do a whole large bucket like this in a sitting, and I'll get them to do it for weeks on end, because this is how you're gonna build those motor patterns into your body in order to start hitting the ball more flush. Really good drill, something I like to use all the time with my beginning players, and I know if you guys implement this into your routine, that you're gonna start hitting the ball way better, and it's gonna be a way quicker process for you to get out on the golf course and have more fun. So that's it for today, guys. That's the drill that we're gonna implement in order to start making you hit the ball more solid, okay? Start at 10%, work your way up incrementally, 10% at a time, 10%, 20%, 30%, 40%, all the way up to 100% full swing, focusing in on hitting down on the golf ball, ball first contact with a little divot after the ball. And if you do that, you're going to be well on your way to playing some amazing golf down the road in the shortest amount of time.